Welcome back, guys! Today we're going to take a look at one of the most popular travel destinations in the world, Italy. In fact, this southern European country is so popular it has been estimated that about 50 to 60 million people make their way to the Stivale every year just so they can get entrenched in the many sights and wonders found there. From ancient ruins littered all over a country filled with history and culture to the world-class cuisine and globally famous fashion establishment, Italy is surely one of the most fantastic places to visit on the planet. For those dreaming of hopping on that plane to Italy, we can let you go there without pointing out the best spots in this country. Without further ado, join us as we take a look at 20 of the best places to visit in Italy. Number 20, Amalfi Coast. The first thing that you gotta do when you finally book that trip to Italy is to head straight to the Amalfi Coast. Existing as far back as the 10th to 11th century as the Duchy of Amalfi, this stretch of coastline located in the south of Italy is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Italy. You'd find that there are various reasons for this attraction. For starters, the Mediterranean climate is simply to die for, especially as it adds to the stunning scenery found at its imposing cliffs, its clear blue waters, and its terraced vineyards and lemon groves. Also known as the Divina Costiera, or the Divine Coast for the Anglophone viewers, the Amalfi Coast is also a dream destination because tourists could get lost in the gorgeous towns found there. Take a stroll through Amalfi so that you can visit the Amalfi Cathedral. You could also head to Salerno so that you can walk through the long seafront promenade or visit the ancient hilltop castle found there. Feeling a bit more active, head over to the popular Black Pebble Beach or take a hike up one of the scenic trails found there. Believe us when we say a visit to the Amalfi Coast is truly divine. Number 19, Capri. Next up, we head out to the Sorrento Peninsula. That way, we can make a stop at the island of Capri. Quaint and ancient, it is believed that this tiny island has been a resort to people looking to spend some time admiring the wonders of nature even since the days of the ancient Romans of the Roman Republic. With a history like that, we can only guess that it's fair to say that Capri is the most ancient resort in all of Italy, and as such, it is a testament to its drawing power that it is still a popular tourist attraction today. Just take a look at the natural wonders there. Visitors can head straight to the Blue Grotto, one of the most beautiful sea caves in all of Italy, or the Faraglioni, the iconic coastal rock formations that have become recognized as one of the most legendary symbols of Capri. You can also visit Villa San Michele, an ancient museum built on top of a venerable hill. Feel free to take one of the many boat trips that occur there. That way, you can fully explore everything there is to see in this paradise island. Number 18, Milan. Once you've gotten your fill of the splendor of Capri, do not hesitate to make your way to the northern city of Milan. One of the largest cities in all of Italy, Milan has long been known to be one of the most popular cities in the country, maybe even all of Europe. After all, the city is globally known for its fashion institutions, so much so that Milan is a well-known magnet to designers, artists, photographers, and models. Don't be surprised if many of these people head out there during the Milan Fashion Week. Aside from its fashion, Milan is also known for its architecture, thanks to the fact that it has many architectural buildings such as the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II. Let's not forget that Milan is the home of the Milan Cathedral, the largest church in the entire country and the third largest in the entire world. Once you've gotten your fill of the most popular tourist attraction in the entire country, feel free to get your fill of the local cuisine. Perhaps when you've finally made your way to the Piazza del Duomo, the grandest square in the entire city and the home to the city's largest Gothic cathedral, the XCS. Romantic and vibrant to all that make their way there, Milan is truly a must-see of those who want to experience the best of Italy. Number 17, Pisa. Of course, you have to head over to the gorgeous city of Pisa. This Tuscan city, located in the middle of the country, is a well-known popular tourist destination to all looking to fulfill their fantasy of experiencing that perfect holiday in the Tuscan sun. Once there, you'd find that many make their way to the popular Leaning Tower of Pisa. Even till this day, people are fascinated with the structure that was constructed all the way back in 1173 before it started to tilt. Then again, these people may have made their way there because they wanted to see what it felt like to be at the home of Galileo Galilei, the infamous astronomer and physicist who put things right when it came to our position in the solar system. Once there, feel free to visit some of the other plentiful attractions, such as Piazza dei Miracoli, Duomo di Pisa, and Battistero di San Giovanni. Pisa is truly a must-see for all those hoping to visit Italy. Number 16, Florence. There is no way you can visit Italy without making your way to the historic city of Florence. Starting out as a Roman city, Florence eventually developed into what would become the birthplace of the Italian Renaissance. Over time, it became one of the most important cities in all of Europe from the 14th century to the 16th century, especially when it came to politics, economics, art, and culture. As such, today, it has been known to be a treasure trove of Italian art, culture, history, and architecture. There you'd find art treasures such as the Uffizi Gallery, the home of masterpieces put together by the likes of Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Botticelli. Head there to witness the architectural structures that reflect the city's development from the Middle Ages to the modern era today. Make sure you don't miss out on the local wine, especially as the vineyards there have become world famous for the vintages grown there. Take a stroll across the Ponte Vecchio Bridge, an ancient bridge that dates back to 966 as you make your way to the Pitti Palace, a magnificent city that housed the famous Medici family. Florence is just waiting to receive visitors hoping to witness its grandeur. Number 15, Cinque Terre. Next up, we head over to the coastal area within Liguria, a region in northwestern Italy. There, you'd find Cinque Terre, a cluster of 5 villages and surrounding hillsides located within the Cinque Terre National Park that have all been designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, also known as the Five Lands. Monterosso al Mare, Vernazza, Corniglia, Mamaroa, and Rio Maggiore are considered to be a popular tourist destination for those looking to get the best wonders of nature found in Italy. They can get a full view of the wonders of this beautiful place when they go hiking within one of the many trails found in the national park. Scenic and beautiful almost to a fault, it is no surprise that villages such as Vernazza have been recognized as one of I Borghi più belli d'Italia, one of the most beautiful villages of Italy. It would be a mistake not to witness the beauty found here by yourself. Number 14, Colosseum. One of the most popular tourist destinations in Italy, if not the entire world, there is no way anyone can claim that they ever made it to Italy without actually making their way to the famous Colosseum. Constructed by the likes of Emperor Vespasian and Titus in the 1st century AD, the Colosseum is an elliptical amphitheater located in the center of the city of Rome. Looking at it, it is obvious that this is the largest ancient amphitheater that was ever built, and as such, it's fair to say that it's the largest one standing today. Built out of travertine limestone, tough volcanic rock, and brick-faced concrete, this massive amphitheater would host anything between 50,000 to 80,000 excited spectators who would scream bloody murder as they witnessed gladiatorial contests and other public spectacles such as animal hunts, executions, and reenactments of famous Roman battles. Eventually, it was reused for other purposes such as housing, workshops, a fortress, a quarry, and a Christian shrine. Even back then, it was considered to be one of the 7 wonders of the world, but today it will just have to do with being a UNESCO World Heritage Site that is also a popular tourist destination to many who make their way to Italy. Feel free to make your way to this historic landmark. Number 13, Tuscany. Once you take in the wonders found at the Colosseum, make sure you do not miss out on the breathtaking sights to be found in Tuscany. Located in the central region of Italy, Tuscany is known for its stunning landscapes while also being a treasure trove of history, artistic legacy, and its influence of high culture. After all, its capital city is Florence, and as such, it is believed to be the birthplace of the Italian Renaissance and the supposed foundation of the Italian language. As such, it should come as no surprise that many make their way to Tuscany so that they can visit the world-famous art and historical sites that can be found there. Not only can they make their way through the Renaissance city of Florence like we recommended earlier on, they can also make their way through the rolling hills, vineyards, and countryside landmarks found there. Tourists can also make sure they enjoy the best pasta dishes and wine that can be found there. Do not miss out on a visit to the marvelous region of Tuscany. Number 12, Dolomites. For those who may be making their way to Italy during the winter, there is no way they can visit this beautiful country without making a stop at the Dolomites. Also known as the Dolomite Mountains or the Dolomite Alps, you'd find that this is a popular tourist destination. This is partly due to the fact that it offers scenic views of the craggy peaks, sheer rock faces, and stunning sunsets that makes the place a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Visitors can also take part in a handful of outdoor activities while there. We're talking about activities such as hiking, mountain climbing, base jumping, paragliding, and so on. Once you're done wearing yourself out with all these physical activities, feel free to get a taste of any of the local dishes such as their pasta fagioli, canaderli dumplings, or polenta with mushrooms. The Dolomites are truly wonders to behold once you get there. Number 11. Ponte Vecchio. We make a return to Florence so that we can just touch on the Ponte Vecchio once more. We just had to make sure that you guys make their way to this ancient bridge. Also known as the Old Bridge, it is the only bridge in Florence that was spared from destruction during World War II. As such, tourists will find that it still connects via Por Santa Maria to Via de Guicciardini till this very day. Thanks to this, tourists may find that many of them often make their way to visit one of the many shops occupied by jewelers, art dealers, and souvenir sellers. Go across the bridge so you can take in the scenic view of the Arno River. Considered to be one of the most romantic spots in the city, there is no way you can say you visited Florence without going across the Ponte Vecchio. Number 10. Sicily. Once you are done taking in the sights found in Florence, you just have to make your way to the south of Italy. There, you'd find the island of Sicily, the most populous island situated in the central region of the Mediterranean Sea. Supposedly occupied all the way back to about 14,000 BC, the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea has long been a city that has been rich in history, culture, art, music, literature, cuisine, and architecture. As such, you'd find that many make their way to this beautiful island so that they could witness attractions such as Mount Etna, the tallest active volcano in Europe and apparently one of the most active in the world. Then again, you may find that many make their way there so that they could take in the Mediterranean climate for themselves. They also make their way there so that they can visit the many beaches found there or get a sip of the spectacular local wines found there. Let's not forget to tell you that you can make their way to the archaeological museum there so that they could witness some of the most splendid artifacts from the Neolithic and Bronze Ages. There is no way you can visit Italy without making your way to Sicily. Number 9. Venice. If you like Sicily, boy, wait till you hear about how amazing Venice is. Located in the northeastern region of Italy, the city of Venice is the capital city of the Veneto region. Built on a group of 126 islands that are separated by expanses of open water and canals, the city got its name from the ancient Veneti people of old, who inhabited the region all the way back in the 10th century BC. Known as the capital of the Republic of Venice back in the day, it held that status for well over a millennium, from 810 to 1797. With such a fascinating history, it comes as no surprise that many flock to the city so that they can witness the wonders of this historic city for themselves. With that in mind, many also head there so that they can take a ride on one of the world-famous gondolas across one of the world-famous canals. After all, Venice is known as the City of Canals thanks to the ancient waterways found there. Add the food, drink, and Venice carnivals that take place there. Do not miss out on the wonders to be found in the city of Venice. Number 8. Sardinia. Italy just seems to be the gift that keeps on giving, especially as it is the home to the amazing Sardinia, the second largest island in the Mediterranean Sea. Considering the fact that it is such a large island, you'd find that there are a ton of attractions to be found there. For starters, this is a truly historic site, at least that is what the 7,000 prehistoric archaeological sites such as the Nurahe monuments found there. It is also a center of culture as the Sardinians are known for their strong sense of passion and preservation of their home island. As such, you'd find that they host several festivals to show their love for their island. Feel free to attend the Carascara so that you can enjoy some of the local cuisine. Make sure you also visit one of the many marvelous beaches found there. There is a ton of fun and enjoyment to be had in Sardinia. Number 7. Rome. Understandably, visitors and tourists must touch Rome if they can ever enjoy the most of what Italy has to offer. After all, it is one of the oldest cities in the world and is the home to many famous monuments such as the previously mentioned Colosseum and the Castel Sant'Angelo, a historic fortress located on the banks of the Tiber River. It is also the home of the Vatican City, the spiritual home of Christianity. Feel free to visit other attractions such as Galleria Borghese, a lovely museum entrenched in Roman history, or the Villa Borghese, a vibrant garden filled with fountains, statues, and temples that will leave tourists in a state of wonder. Feel free to feel at home when you find yourself in Rome. Number 6. Valley of the Temples. While you are at it, make sure you make your way to the Valley of the Temples when you eventually find yourself in Italy. Also known as the Valle dei Templi, this is an archaeological site located in Agrigento, a city situated in the south coast of Sicily. One of the shining symbols of ancient Greek art and the architecture of Magna Graecia, the historical site has been acknowledged as one of the sites in the UNESCO World Heritage List. Feel free to visit this historical site so that you can see some of the most well-preserved Greek temples on the planet. Number 5. Naples. Acknowledged as the third largest city in the entire country, the regional capital of Campania, also known as Naples, is one of the oldest cities in the country. After all, it was founded by Greeks all the way back in the first millennium. As such, it is filled with many archaeological sites and attractions such as the Catacomb di San Gennaro, a large tomb that was used as a burial site since the era of early Christianity. Apparently, tourists can find the remains of San Gennaro, the first patron of Naples, there. They can also visit tourist attractions such as the National Archaeological Museum so that they could take a look at the large Roman statues exhibited there. Naples is also where Mount Vesuvius is, and as such, it is the perfect place to get breathtaking views of the beautiful city. Naples is a fantastic place to visit for those hoping to get the most of the beauty of Italy. Number 4. Lake Como. Before you leave Italy, you have to make sure you make your way to the lake of glacial origin known as Lake Como. Located in Lombardy, Italy, it is the third largest lake in all of Italy. Thanks to this beautiful lake, a lake that was labeled as the most beautiful lake in the world by the Huffington Post back in 2014, it has been known to be a popular retreat for aristocrats and wealthy people as far back as ancient Roman times. No wonder it is known to be a popular tourist attraction today, and as such, many people have been drawn to attractions such as Villa Olmo, Villa Cerboloni, and Villa Carlotta. Add the fact that you can visit one of the many fantastic spas before or after you take part in activities such as windsurfing and kite surfing, and you may find that you may just fall in love with the paradise known as Lake Como. Number 3. Lake Garda. If you love Lake Como, then you're gonna love Lake Garda, the largest lake in Italy. Way more affordable and way more family-friendly than the Lombardy-based lake, Lake Garda promises stunning views amid a whole host of activities such as swimming, windsurfing, and hiking up Mount Baldo. Feel free to make the most of this wonderful tourist attraction. Number 2. Italian Lake District. Located in the region of Lombardy, the Italian Lake District is a wonderful spot that is known for its scenic, glacier-made lakes, its charming villages, and its stunning mountains in the backdrop of this unbelievable landmark. Make sure you make your eBay here so that you can't take part in activities such as hiking, kayaking, visiting wine regions, and the historic villas and 16th century gardens found there. Number 1. Pompeii. Finally, we have to make our way to the historic site of Pompeii, the site of the massive disaster that occurred when Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD. As tragic as the events were all those years ago, this tragic site has blessed us with a unique view of what ancient Roman life must have been like back then. This can be felt when tourists visit famous sites such as the House of the Small Fountain, the famous bathhouses, and the Lupanar brothel. Take a stroll down memory lane by visiting Pompeii.